What a tricky week it has been this week. I'm down on the Roger Sutton boardwalk taking some time out because I've not managed that for the last 2 weeks and haven't managed to swim for nearly 3 weeks, which is an awful state of affairs. This is where I am today. It's usually nicer than this because the tide is normally in, but when the tide's out it's all a mud flat. So we had the open day for the new building, and well, it's picked up pretty well as the morning went on. That started off really quiet. I got the massage chair out and I've never used it before. It was interesting actually because it was quite popular, much to the opposite of what I thought, because, well, as far as massage is concerned, it really is only a taster. But then somebody who just wants to have a really quickie and doesn't mind parting with $5, I suppose it's all right, really. But your proper massage needs to be sort of an hour, but you know, not everybody wants to part with that sort of cash, so it actually did better than I thought it would. We got some people back that we hadn't seen for a while, and that was good. And due to the relocation, I think we've actually lost some as well, because our classes have gone from Waikiwi, which is just in the outskirts of town, and Southland really are quite fickle, and they want to be able to park outside their favourite shop, otherwise they're not interested. So because we're just a little bit further away, I mean, we're only talking a kilometre or two, I think some people have decided that's too far. Megan started last week, a new massage therapist and personal trainer, and she's been drumming herself up some serious business in the massage stakes, and her kids' classes are proving to be really popular. Reps threw a spanner in the works this week. They sent me an audit, and I did not know. I'm a Reps registered facility, and I told them this right at the start. This is my first year as a Reps registered facility, and I didn't know that all of my staff, even the non-qualified ones, had to be Reps registered, and that there was a provisional registration that existed. It doesn't even get listed on their websites. How would I know? So what this means is that everybody who is employed by me has to have a registration or provisional registration, and that has to happen within 4 weeks. So the 2 people that aren't have to be first aid certified and Reps registered within 4 weeks, otherwise I have to make them redundant. This is catastrophic because that would have a massive effect on our timetable. It's having a massive effect on my stress levels too. As you can see by the weather today, we actually have got some summer. Yesterday was 27, today is slightly cooler because there is a northerly breeze. Yeah. I suppose it's to be expected really, because the sun usually starts shining when the kids go back to school. This week has been a really funny week. It's been sort of dead, and it's really interesting because I was at the hairdressers the other day and they said the same thing. In the hairdressers it's been really dead, and in the bank it was really dead, and she said in town it's really dead. I don't know what's going on really, because one of our classes went from 12 to none this week, and I just can't figure it out. In order for us to get a wee bit extra cash to help pay the bills, we have listed our spare room on Airbnb. That has been an interesting experience. Our first couple were French. They were lovely. They were also super clean. A little bit late arriving, a little bit late leaving, but really pleasant to talk to. And it was quite interesting because they really noticed the difference in the speed of life here in New Zealand. And you sort of forget, you know, when you get used to it and you live here for a wee while, and then talking to someone else that comes from abroad, where you're looking sideways at every person because you wonder if they've got a dagger up their trousers or whether they're an ISIS bomber or something. And here people leave their keys in the dashboard, leave their cars unlocked, leave their phones on the table when they go to the toilet, and all sorts of things. And it's really a massive contrast. And you sort of forget about all of that until a foreigner comes along and reminds you. Our second couple were German, and they were teachers, sports teachers actually. They were quite pleasant too. I had a nice wee chat to them, but they only stayed one night and I really didn't see too much of them, but they were alright. Our third couple, I think they were Chinese. I didn't actually clap eyes on them at all because they left. They arrived before I got home from work, and were still in bed when I went back to work. So Mark dealt with them really, and I didn't even see them. And then the ones we have right now. Oh dear. So I think that since we moved to Arena Avenue, I have been in that building every single day. That is not a good statistic really, considering we've been there for just coming up 2 weeks. We finally had the doors put in on Thursday. That should mean hopefully the back end of the tradies, so I don't have all that. But it also means the start of the lease, so I do have all that. So I'm sitting here taking 10 minutes chew time because I think I need it. Here for about 20 minutes. Now the road is just over there. That's the main road from Invercargill to Bluff. And I haven't seen a single person. Not one person has come past in the 20 minutes I've been sat on this bench. And then no sooner do I say that and past comes a cyclist. I'm really sure why I'd want to cycle this because it only takes me 50 minutes to walk it. It seems to be a bit of waste of time to cycle it. Although there is a path just around there, that goes all the way to Bluff. That'd be a bit more of, there'd be a bit more point to that. It's now Sunday morning and I'm up on top of Forest Hill. Thought I'd do it nice and early before it gets too hot. But as you can see, it's rather hot. But this view is always worth it. You know, Southland doesn't seem to do things by halves. It's either freezing cold or flipping roasting burny hot. Walking this track must be a Sunday morning pastime because I have never passed so many people whilst walking this track ever before. I've passed, I don't know, about 10 this morning. So yeah, this must be the Sunday morning thing to do.